G'day everyone, welcome back to the ICC Jimbo channel, and in today's video I will be reviewing Australia's two test matches against New Zealand in Wellington and Christchurch. Up the Aussies! Game 1, Wellington, Bassin Reserve. New Zealand won the toss and elected to bowl on a very green wicket at Bassin Reserve, which looked like a bowler's paradise. Innings 1, Australia. Steve Smith and Usman Khawaja got through to lunch. It was extremely difficult, but they got through to lunch, which was the important thing, putting up a 61-run partnership before Steve Smith unfortunately departed on 31 runs. Marnus Labuschagne did awful, only picking up a single run off 27 deliveries, putting the Aussies on 2 for 65. 10 overs later, it was Uzi who departed on 33, and straight after that, Travis Head went to the sheds on a single run. Mitch Marsh and Cameron Green were the ones who steadied the innings, as Marsh got 40 runs and Cam Green, the true hero of this batting innings, got 100 runs by the end of the day, which was extremely important as it turns out in the context of this match. Unfortunately, after Marsh's departure, there were no supporting batters who gave Green a hand. Against all odds, Cam Green's partner in crime was actually Josh Hazlewood, as they put up a 116-run partnership to get the Aussies to a respectable total of 383 runs, as Green ends on a massive total of 174 runs, not out. On the bowling side of things for the Kiwis, it was all Matt Henry who picked up 5 wickets and it troubled the batters, but later on we will see it even got harder for the batters on this pitch. Innings 1, New Zealand. This innings belonged to Australia as Tom Latham was bowled out by Mitchell Starc. 2 balls later, Kane Williamson went out in the weirdest way possible after he collided with fellow batter Will Young, which resulted in a run out. Great fielding, Marnus. Literally an over later, Nathan Lyon took a screamer, which meant Rachin Ravindra had to depart on a duck after 10 overs. Darryl Mitchell went out on 11 runs off 33 balls, and then, pretty much immediately after, Will Young was caught out by Alex Carey. Young only got 9 runs off 50 balls, which means the Kiwis were on 4 for 29. Tom Blundell and Glenn Phillips put on a decent partnership before Blundell was the next person to go out on 33 runs. Glenn Phillips tried his best, but he had no one to support him with Kugelheim on a duck. The Kiwis were stranded on a low total of 7 for 113. This was until Matt Henry joined Glenn Phillips in the middle as they put up a 48-run partnership before it was Phillips' time to go on 77 runs. Henry slogged his way to 42 runs, but it wasn't anywhere near enough for the Kiwis as they were all out on 179. For the bowling side of things, it was all Nathan Lyon, as he picked up 4 wickets. Hazlewood also got 2 wickets, and Pat Cummins, Mitch Starc, and Mitch Marsh all picked up a single wicket. All in all, amazing bowling from the Aussies as we lead this game by 204 runs at the end of New Zealand's first innings. Innings 2, Australia. It didn't take long for the Aussies to lose their first wicket, as Smudge went out 3rd ball on a duck, and straight after that, Marnus went out on 2 runs. Really disappointing stuff. Nathan Lyon came in as a night watchman and picked up 41 runs. Once Lyon went out, the final decent partnership for the Aussies was Cam Green and Travis Head, but once Head departed it was all over, as the Aussies collapsed, getting a total of 164 runs, meaning the Kiwis need 368 for victory. Innings 2, New Zealand. Nathan Lyon had a field day, picking up 6 wickets, and besides a brief survival partnership between Rachin Ravindra and Darryl Mitchell to get through to day 4, it was all the Aussies. But besides Gaz's dominance, Travis Head and the man of the match, Cam Green, both picked up wickets as the Kiwis were all out by lunch on day 4. How good is that? Australia won the first test by 172 runs and retained the Trans-Tasman Trophy. Game 2, Christchurch, Hagley Oval. Pat Cummins won the toss for the Aussies and elected to bowl first in Christchurch. Innings 1, New Zealand. Tom Latham and Will Young put on a good 47-run partnership before Mitch Starc and the Aussies struck. From there, a massive collapse occurred as the Kiwis were bleeding wickets and were on a low score of 5 for 84. What made it better for the Aussies is that in 3 overs, Glenn Phillips, Scott Kugelheim and Tom Blundell all departed, meaning the Kiwis were on 7 for 107. Tim Southee and Matt Henry got the Kiwis to 162 runs to end their innings. A true show of dominance from Australia, as Josh Hazlewood picked up a massive fifer, with Starc aiding him with 3 wickets, Captain Pat and Cam Green picking up 1 wicket each as well. Australia flexed their muscles on New Zealand in the first innings, at the displeasure of the Kiwi fans. Innings 1, Australia. Steve Smith going into this test match was under a lot of pressure. Should he go back to 4 or stay at 1? Well, the theory of Smudge being unable to open is proving itself to be correct as he went out on 11 runs. Usman Khawaja was soon to follow him on 16 runs. Cam Green and Marnus Labuschagne put on a 49-run partnership before it was Green's turn to depart on 25 runs. From there, the Aussie stumbled as the out-of-form batsman Travis Head went out on 21 runs, forcing the night watchman Nathan Lyon to enter the crease to stumps with Marnus. Marnus got to 90 runs off 147 balls, but besides Marn, there wasn't anyone else to help him, as Mitch Marsh went out on a duck and Alex Carey went out on 14 runs. Once New Zealand got to the tail end of the innings, it ended really quickly, as the Aussies got to 256 runs and have a 94-run lead. On the bowling side of things for New Zealand, it was all Matt Henry who picked up a massive 7 wickets to get Australia to this score. Innings 2, New Zealand. The Kiwis lost Will Young early, but after that they dominated this innings, with Tom Latham and Kane Williamson leading the way early with 73 runs and 51 runs respectively. Once Kane Williamson and Tom Latham departed, it was all Rachin Ravindra and Darryl Mitchell, with Ravindra being the moneymaker getting the big runs. Australia could not stop the Kiwis, it was looking rough, until Ravindra and Mitchell's partnership was broken, with Darryl Mitchell going out. Once it was broken, Australia picked up some quick wickets, with Ravindra going out on 82 runs, but Australia's woes continued, as Scott Kuggeleijn picked up a quick 44 runs to get the Kiwis to a mammoth total of 372 runs. The Aussies' bowling was really poor this innings, and the fact that we allowed this to happen makes it so much worse. The Aussies now need 279 runs to win this match. Innings 2, Australia. The Aussies had a rough start, with Smudge going out cheaply once again. Same with Uzi, Marnus, Green and Travis Head. It was a disgraceful start to this run chase. And to Mitch Marsh and Alex Carey, who put up a 140-run partnership to bring the Aussies right back into the game. Marsh then unfortunately departed on 80. One ball later, Mitchell Starc was out on a golden duck, shifting the momentum back to the Kiwis. Fear not, Pat Cummins is here with a set-in Alex Carey to save the day, as Cummins got 32 and Alex Carey got an unbeaten 98 to get the Aussies a miracle victory and a series sweep. Even when Australia are in serious trouble, this team once again proves why they are a super team. Great team defying victory here, and that shows that you can be as far in front as you want. The Aussies will still chase that score down! Thanks for watching, guys. What a great tour of New Zealand it has been, winning both the T20s and Test series. Now, the Aussies have a bit of a break when it comes to red ball cricket before a big summer against India, as the ranked number 1 and 2 Test teams go at it. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.